My name is Peter Ware and I'm the Deputy Editor of Doctor Who magazine. I think I'd most like to travel with the third Doctor, John Pertwee, basically because I'm not great at travelling. The third Doctor had a lot of his adventures on Earth, in some really nice places on Earth as well. Beautiful picturesque villages, maybe down by the seaside, give or take an alien monster or so. Also, he was a Doctor who was a bit of a gourmet, and I think would spend a lot of time when he wasn't trying to repair the TARDIS or foil alien invasions, going to private members clubs and really expensive restaurants, all on unit expenses. So yeah, the third Doctor. I'd like to say that I relate most to one of the heroic male companions like Ian or Jamie or Harry or Rory. Probably in reality though, if I was faced with a monster coming through the door right now, I'd be more like Victoria, screaming my head off and running like hell. Of all of Doctor Who, there's one thing which still sends shivers up my spine, and that's in the story The Deadly Assassin, which was a Tom Baker story from 1976. There's a scene where he's in the Matrix, in this mad dreamscape, where he pushes back the sand, and then underneath the sand there's this clown which just looks at him and goes, oh, terrifying even to this day. Well, I remember back in the early 70s watching Day of the Daleks and the Sea Devils, but I think I probably watched them on the repeat. So the first memory I definitely have of Doctor Who on its first run is the second episode of Carnival of Monsters. And I remember seeing this blue box and a big hand coming down to pick it up, and this strange man with white hair in a machine, then walking out of the machine and appearing beside a bush, and then a monster chasing him back into the bush and he was back in the machine. I had no idea what was going on. All I knew, it was brilliant, and I had to see it again the following week. Well, any Doctor Who story would cheer me up on a rainy day really, but I think it would probably have to be one of the ones with a really good soundtrack. So, I mean, I love the song in Christmas Invasion or Mum in the Orient Express. To really cheer me up though, I think I'd probably go back to the Gunfighters, because not only has that got a brilliant performance by William Hartnell, who's loving playing the Doctor in a sort of comedy role, but it's also got a song called The Ballad of the Last Chance Loon, which goes all the way through it. And if singing along to that doesn't cheer me up, well then nothing will. If I had a TARDIS, I think I'd go back to the early 60s, go and see the Beatles in the Cavern Club, and then hang around in the 60s for the next 9 years or so and watch all the Doctor Who episodes, which I never got to see because the BBC junked them. Other than Doctor Who, my other I mean, I don't love anything as much as Doctor Who. I don't think you can love anything quite as much as Doctor Who, but my other passion would probably be classic TV comedy, particularly British TV comedy, so Fawlty Towers, Blackadder, Only Fools and Horses, that sort of thing.